Good morning, Dominique.
Good morning. Can you hear me and see me?
I hear double of you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. Are you
Okay.
hearing me?
One of your screens disappeared, so
Yep, that's okay. I'm just using this one this morning
okay.
because my laptop is on the fritz. And I haven't heard back from since you're on here, I mean, I don't have to be the host anyway. And um Kara Tustin is the presenter today. So
Do I need to?
just
Does
have
she
to,
have the email?
yeah,
Okay.
she has everything. But
All right.
she hasn't answered me back this week. I've sent emails. So,
I'm gonna grab a water. I'll be right back.
okay. I'm gonna,
Telling you this. So okay. Do a pad of paper.
10:03. All right. Good morning. How's everybody this morning?
Good, how are you?
Good. Can everybody see me and hear me? And
Yes.
can anybody see Kara Tustin? Is Kara Tustin on here? She is supposed to be our presenter today, and I sent her an email to confirm with her, and she hasn't responded. So if she doesn't, I'm just going to do a jobs and hope presentation. Do you see her on here, Jonathan?
The name?
It's Kara Tustin.
No, I see
Marion.
Kevin Trippett, Marion Clowes, Richard Ward, Patrick Cheek, Team Maestro, Marion Clowes, Richard Ward, Walter, and myself, and you.
Okay, great. Okay, well, then I'm going to just go ahead and get started. And I want to talk about.
Maybe she'll come in after you start up.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So, first and foremost, Cindy at Workforce Development Board wanted me to announce there's a lot of job fairs coming up. The virtual ones.
No, well, Central Regional Jail has 3 of our counties, but I don't know that they're represented here, which is Roan, Clay, and Calhoun, probably.
Okay.
And they have theirs at the regional jail on the 25th of this month.
Okay, so
They were looking for a representative from DRS. Rich, I didn't know if Betty had sent that to you.
Rich, can you hear Cindy? Did you get the invites for the job fairs at the jails? His mic's not working. Let's see. What did he say? Okay, well, we'll make sure you get it after the meeting. We'll check it out. It's going to be one of those technology days, guys. Okay, so I know Parkersburg Correctional Center is having a second chance job fair. So this is something that's new, that's been happening. It's job fairs that are at the prisons and the jails. So inmates get to learn about resources. So if your organization would like more information, would like to attend these job fairs, it's not just a job fair, it's also a resource fair. Parkersburg Correctional Center, Central Regional and North Central Regional are all having job fairs. So I know Jobs and Hope is partnering with them to bring those to the jails and the prisons. And we have reentry liaisons that are now working in the jails and the prisons. Matter of fact, yesterday, which we've had them for a while, we only have 4 that cover the whole state. So they have a lot of caseload. But yesterday I presented at St. Mary's Prison to the inmates in the adult ed class. And that was beneficial. It's always beneficial. The biggest barrier for the folks that are at the St. Mary's Regional Jail is most of them have had a violent or sexual crime. So it's really, I don't want to say impossible, but it is much impossible to okay, good. I'll get that to you, Kevin. It's pretty hard to find jobs and housing and all of the things. There are several inmates that are have already completed their sentence and should be released and have been sitting there for months because they can't get a home plan because of lots of different things. But that is a huge crisis that Bev has talked about during legislative session, and we are still trying to work on that. And I don't know if there's any updates on that. Is there any updates on halfway houses or anything like that that's happened in legislation this time, Jonathan?
Not that I'm aware of. I know a lot of the stuff has been shot down. I know there's a lot of bad bills going in. I know the ID bill was pretty much shut down because somebody put a physical note on it.
Okay.
And the fiscal note said it would cost $1 million a year to give everybody IDs coming out when we were only wanting for the prisons and not the regionals.
Okay, I did hear that. And Bev explained to them that it was just a small number of people, not everybody that was there.
Right.
Okay, great. So, I mean, we're still having the debate of getting folks IDs that are leaving the jails and the prisons so that they can get a job immediately and find housing and all those things.
Can I say something, Dominique?
Absolutely. I didn't mean to cut you off.
So yesterday, I have a guy down here in Logan. He got out of Huttonville, I want to say 2 weeks ago. They didn't even give him the printed ID that with his, coming out of, the only thing they gave him was a sheet of paper with a check mark list of stuff that he don't have with an address that he's going to.
Okay.
And so we were fortunate enough, I took him to the DMV anyway, just to see, if they would do it or if they let me know what we got to do. So because he had a driver's license in the record in the computer system, they were able to give him an ID. So that's something that if you guys run into helping people get IDs and stuff, if they're in the DMV system, there is a chance that you can get a ID for them if they don't have all their information.
Okay. That is good to know. I know that a lot of the issues were with a lot of the reentry liaisons, or not reentry liaisons. I don't know what they're called at the jails. Reentry counselors that start working with the folks early on before they're released. I know our reentry liaisons start working with them 30 to 90 days upon getting released. But they have reentry counselors that also work with them that I don't know what the disconnect is there, but I feel like a lot of those things could be taken care of maybe possibly before they're released. But I don't know that for sure. So those are things that are happening within the jails and the prisons. But I feel like we also have a lot of new reentry things happening across the state, grassroots organizations helping with these sorts of things. The Reentry Council has, I wanted to talk about just really quickly, the Reentry Council has, the Mid-Ohio Valley Reentry Council, with Reach, has submitted a grant to the Sisters Health Foundation for a technology lab at the office where I am located at this community center. And that's for folks that are going to meet with a reentry navigator from the moment that they are released, ideally. And then they're going to connect with them, bring them to the computer lab, and then get them signed up for jobs and services and, Jobs and Hope, Westbrook, things like that, DHHR, all those kind of things. And it's going to kind of help a barrier that I see a lot in our area. They'll also be able to come and work on education there while they're in the Jobs and Hope program, and they'll have access to a clothing closet, a food pantry, and all those kind of things. So that's something we have made it to the second round, and we have submitted that grant proposal. So we'll see what happens, but I just wanted to let you guys know about that. And there's just other things happening across the state. Last night, I was able to attend the Hope in Action Alliance. If you have a council or a committee or any kind of organization that meets monthly, they want to get connected with you. So I'm going to send that out. They just really, if you aren't familiar with Hope in Action Alliance, it's a nonprofit organization. It's dedicated to strengthening communities from Appalachia. It serves communities connected by Appalachian culture, history, and shared systems of care. And their team strengthens collaboration by bridging advanced systems with grassroots, community-driven efforts, and they build networks of support, grow effective initiatives, and help scale successful programs from one community to another. And they've got a lot of new and upcoming things. So if you are not familiar with the Hope in Action Alliance, get connected with them, and I'll send their information out in the link if you have a monthly coalition or a committee or a council that meets monthly, because they want to get connected with you. I'm getting notes in my desk in real time. Hold on one second. So there is a WTAP job fair at the Grand Central Mall, and it's $500 for a booth.
Yeah, so none of us are doing a booth, but we are telling job seekers,
Yeah.
that it's.
Okay, and it's on March 20th at the Grand Central Mall, and it's a job fair. So there'll be some high-end employers there. We're having a veterans resource fair at the Parkersburg Armory on March 20th,
The same thing.
the same day. Mountaineer Challenge is having an education fair on April 21st
The
at
southern one.
the southern one. Okay. We have Workforce Development Board has a career fair coming in May, and is that going to be at the Resiliency Center?
They don't have the details yet, but we'll send.
Okay. And we have the 3rd annual Bridging Gap Workforce Resource Call to the state and the prisons, and that's where we all get on a call with all the students at the different facilities in the state. Much of the adult education programs through the West Virginia Diversion and Transition. And we talk to them about our different programs, Workforce, Jobs and Hope, Workforce Development Board. So is that open to other people if they'd like to come? And
yeah, they can contact Ryan if they're interested in.
Yeah. So you can contact Ryan Gaynor if you'd like to get on that call. That is where we are actually on a Zoom, just like we are right now, talking to inmates at the prisons about our sources. And we kind of do like a speed dating, but it's with our organizations to kind of just give them a quick overview of what each one does. And you'd be surprised at how many inmates that are in the prisons and the jails don't know about all the programs that we have available that are out here. So that is coming in June. So if your organization would like to be a part of that, let me know and I'll get you connected with Ryan.
When we did the first one, it was probably about 2 months later. In the same week, we had 3 participants walk in, and there was only 48 people on that first call because we just did it in our region.
Yeah.
So we felt like that was a pretty significant turnout.
Absolutely. I think it's grown more and more each time.
Yep.
So, is Kara Tustin on here? I hate to call her out. Something must have happened because she wouldn't just, leave us hanging. So I'm assuming there was an emergency or something. How many people on the call don't know about Jobs and Hope West Virginia? Anybody?
I went through Jobs and Hope in West Virginia.
Okay, great. Well, I mean, it never hurts to give a little overview of what we're doing right now. We do have some new things that are happening. That's wonderful. I love seeing alumni. I always say the alumni of Jobs and Hope are our workforce that are working at lots of the agencies around the state. A lot of the agencies around our community, we now have a Jobs and Hope person placed at House to Home, the Homeless Coalition, and several of the nonprofits and organizations that are kind of the heart of our community that hold us together. Obviously, Recovery Point, we have definitely Jobs and Hope alumni working there. Westbrook, we have many people from Jobs and Hope that work there. So one thing that's really exciting that's happened with Jobs and Hope over the last few months is we received a grant from Senator Justice to support our wage reimbursement program. And I believe it was in the amount of $1 million. Is that accurate?
Monique, I'm actually still in Jobs and Hope.
Okay, great. So basically, we have wage reimbursement, and that's like the biggest thing that I really want to talk about because we always need more employers to partner with us. This is for career employment. So it must be starting at $15 an hour or over. It must be full-time. We would like it to have benefits and then also the ability to grow within that organization. Obviously, we hope to get all of those things out of it, and we pay for the first 1,040 hours or $20,000, whatever comes first based on the wage per hour. So the Reach actually, that's what I was going to say, the Reach actually that runs all the reentry councils, many of their staff are Jobs and Hope that are on wage reimbursement. So I talked to the inmates at St. Mary's Prison about a lot of the selling points that they can utilize to get jobs once they get out. Because they don't realize that they have access to $10,000 for federal bonding, which is like an insurance policy that covers any damage or lost items. I don't know that there's been any claims for that. I hope there's not, but it's just another incentive for an employer to hire somebody. And then also the 1,040 hours or $20,000 from Jobs and Hope, as well as partnering with the workforce on the OJT hours, which I think is 480 hours. Is that still 480 hours for OJT? So what we try to do is partner with workforce and do the 480 hours first, and then go into the Jobs and Hope 1,040 hours. So, I mean, I'm not quick with the math, but it ends up being, depending on what the rate per hour is, close to a year of a free employee basically to the employer. It's a great probationary period because by then you're going to know what kind of a worker that is. And not everybody's going to fit at every place. We've had issues like that. We've talked about it and we found different placements, but for the most part, the folks that are in my caseload that have gotten jobs with different organizations have ended up and are long-term employees. So we need more employers to partner with us because that's the whole point of the wage reimbursement is to get, I don't want to say this and sound negative, but it's not for immediate jobs like fast food and things like that. The folks that are in Jobs and Hope are attending education and working, and they're trying to find career employment. They're, ready to buy houses and cars and get their credit fixed and things like that. So they've already done, recovery, and now they are ready to start on college and all those kind of things. So we really want to find employers that are wanting to take a chance on someone and then also get paid for it as well. And then the federal tax breaks was something else I talked to about the inmates. I'm just like, I hate to say this, but when I'm talking to employers, a lot of times I'm saying you can hire somebody that's in Jobs and Hope, that's completed treatment, that's attending education, that's being drug screened every month by us, and you can get reimbursed for it, or you can still keep or you can have employees that are still actively in addiction, that show up late all the time or call off or whatever the case may be, but the fact of the matter is that there's people that work at employers that are still in active addiction. And these folks have committed their lives to their recovery. So that that they're going to, I just think it shows a lot of resilience as an employee to an employer that they're putting all this work in. So why not hire somebody that's in reentry or recovery? So that's how I try to sell the program to the employers when I'm talking to them. And so far, we've had a lot of success with that. That being said, if somebody let me know that wants to partner with us, and I'd love to have a conversation with them and get them set up for orientation for wage reimbursement. Sorry, Walter, go ahead. Did you say something? Okay. You're muted.
There's a loud beep. I don't know if it's coming from us or it's from being on the meeting with you, but it's loud. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
Okay, great. Sorry about that. That's the biggest new thing that's happening really with Jobs and Hope. But if you know about Jobs and Hope, it was a program that was created in 2019 to combat the opioid epidemic. We've made a lot of progress through the opioid epidemic. Obviously, we're not still where we need to be. People are still, we've lowered the rate of overdose, but there are still overdoses. So it's not like we have completely made it through that. But basically, the program was created to basically connect people that have barriers to education for career employment. And while they're in the program, we can help them with transportation back and forth to work or school. Through our partnership with MotoCare, we can help them with driver's license. So while they're getting rides back and forth to work, we're also working on getting their driver's license back so they can drive. We have a car that comes and takes them to take the driving test that has a really cool Jobs and Hope wrap on it, if you've seen it driving around the state. We help with dental, vision, educational materials, like books or a laptop or something like that that might be a barrier while they're attending education. We help them get access and connected to free education or low cost education, but most of the time it's free. We work with, financial aid, the HEAPS grant, recovery scholarships, WIOA workforce, to find access to education that's free, that's an in-demand occupation in our area. And then really anything that's a barrier to the participant, it's a transition agent that's helping them to transition from where they're at to where they want to go in career employment. So really anything that comes up that might be a barrier to them, if we can't help with it, we are going to find an organization or connect you to an organization that can. We also partner with legal aid to do criminal record expungement. And I feel like that's on the rise now. We have a lot more folks in our program that are actually getting expungements. If they have a nonviolent, non-sexual crime and it's been 3 to 5 years and they've attended education and training or recovery, that knocks it down to 3 years. So most of our people have done that. So they're able to start working on that once they've been released off of probation and 3 years out. I'm sure there's other things that probably folks that are in Jobs and Hope can think of things that we've helped with that I can't even think of right now. But for the most part, we try to help with anything that might come up that we have the ability to help with that's in the means that of our program. Does anybody have questions about what Jobs and Hope does? I didn't think so. I'm always talking about Jobs and Hope, so I feel like you guys know. Since our presenter is not on here, maybe we could take a few minutes to go around and you guys could tell me about some things that are coming up within your organizations or things that you want to get out. And then we can still get off here early.
All right. I'm Walter. That's my partner, Patrick. We work with Recovery Point Behavioral Health under the TOR grant. We have a mobile unit outside of the Northern Regional Jail, Monday through Friday. And also we're doing community outreach. So our main purpose here at the jail is to help people with opioid use disorder. But, some of them don't want that type of help. They want like housing or transportation needs. And there seem to be some roadblocks in certain areas that we're navigating through. We've just been doing this for a couple of weeks. So, but we're starting to get a lot of folks. Yeah, we just started. We've been the grant's been going on for a couple months, but we just actually got the RV out to the jails on a daily basis from 9 a.m. to 3. And our flyer and our information is on the tablets inside the facility. So we get calls, and we try to get a lot of people like if they want treatment. We're getting a lot of people into treatment centers. But the reason we wanted to connect with MOV is because we are doing some community outreach as well, like out at the gathering when we can, or house to homes and the homeless shelter there. Just giving backpacks with essential living items, and so trying to find donations and where we can get more stuff in order to be able to do that, what I mean, is what we're trying to achieve. Do you guys have flyers or something that we could have on here on the mobile unit that we can connect to our little packet that we can hand to people as well?
Absolutely. Yeah, we actually have some really great pocket resources that we give out to the parole office when we do duffel bags to the parole office, and there's a little pocket resource guide that has all of our resources throughout the whole state to help with each of the things that may need. And I actually need more of those, Jonathan, because I ran out of those for a while ago, and they wanted some of those at St. Mary's Prison yesterday.
You talking about those little small square things that fold up?
Yes, absolutely. Those.
Okay.
Those are amazing.
Next time I know we're going to be all together, I'll bring you some.
Okay. and I can get those to you. And then we can send you a flyer for our reentry council, because we always want more folks to hop on to present about their organization. So in the future, I'll probably get a hold of you to present on exactly what your organization is doing, so that we can learn more about it. That's a great resource. Thank you for sharing.
It's been good. You said something about like a job fair that they're having inside the jail.
Yes, absolutely. I can send you that info.
Right. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to go in the jail. We just found out yesterday, under the grant, we are not allowed to go in and like talk to the inmates.
Okay.
Because we do have a intake sheet like that they have to complete in order for us to find them the treatment or whatever it is that they choose. So that's a little barrier right there, right? Because the intake's a vital part of the numbers that the grant wants in order to continue to support the grant. Makes sense.
Yeah.
But I was really interested when I heard you say something about like a job fair. Like, is that inside the prison or is that out in the lobby or? Because
No, they're actually inside the prison, but if you have flyers that you have for your program, I would be happy to set those up on our table inside if you're not able to go in, so they can get
right,
connected.
well, I think they're going to be the same flyers that are on the tablets that
Okay.
that tell us what we do, and it has my name and it has Patrick's name on it. I just like a personal interaction with some people. You know what I mean? Face to face gets a lot of results, and I'd have to ask, what day is that on? Do you know offhand?
I don't, but I will send it out to are you in our email listserv?
I do not know.
Okay.
I got this MOV through an email, right?
Okay.
I got the
Great.
invite through an email. Okay.
So I will send out the actual invite from Felicia Swackhammer, who does it, and I'm probably not pronouncing her name correctly,
Sure.
but she is the lady at the Parkersburg Correctional Center that has sent it out and invited folks to sign up for resources. It's also for resources and employer organizations. So, I mean, and inmates walk through and we, just talk with them. They're allowed to take paper items, but that's it.
Right.
So I don't see why you couldn't maybe set up it like as a resource there, unless you're just absolutely not allowed.
Well, that's something I will check on because that's a great resource, right?
Okay.
To have a table set up there so we can interact with some of the people that we've been talking to, the phone calls, and those who we haven't talked to.
Absolutely.
I'll have to talk to our head of behavioral health and see what he says. But he'll want to know the date and everything. And like, man, that'd be great to be, because we're here anyways, right? So why not set up a table on the inside and meet some of the other resources within the community that help us achieve the goal that we're trying to achieve,
Absolutely. I will get that over to you, and I'll get it over to you too, Kevin. Does anybody else have any updates on things that are happening? Or maybe just give us a little info on what your organization's doing right now? I absolutely can, Marcia. I think that she's on our listserv as well, too. So I will get it over to her. Okay, well, I mean, I gave you the short version of the Jobs and Hope presentation today. If you guys have any questions, I'm going to do some more marketing for the Reentry Council starting now moving forward. I need presenters. So if your organization would like to be a presenter, I do have I'm scheduled out a couple months, so it'll be, the summer or fall. But I would like to get the calendar full of presentations. And then we're also going to throw some events in there. And I'm also going to do, I was inspired last night by the Hope and Action Alliance, where they nominated people throughout the state that are doing amazing things. And I thought that we could do that locally through the Mid-Ohio Valley Reentry Council to nominate folks that are in reentry that are doing amazing things and are, yes, I think we did, Rich. But people that are in reentry that have previously been incarcerated that are working in our community doing amazing things. I personally know tons of people that I would nominate for some kind of award, or just to show some support that we see what they're doing. So I'm going to work on that, and I'm going to get it out to you guys. You'll be able to scan a QR code and enter who you'd like to nominate. And then we will have a little event to recognize those folks coming up in the summer months, I would say. But that's something that I just thought of this morning that I thought I would really like to do, because, there's a lot of work that goes into reentry in our community and recovery. And we really do have an amazing recovery and reentry community of people that are in the workforce that are helping others go through what they've already been through. And then we're also looking for more people to become reentry navigators. So we had a training scheduled for Wood County. We have like 5 people signed up. The winter storm happened, and now we're working on getting that rescheduled because we were working on the grant. So now that we're done with that, we are going to get that reentry navigator volunteer out training. It's a 1-day training. It's going to be here at the Workforce Development Board. Amber Blankenship's going to come down, and Dr. Kirby to do the reentry navigator training. So if you know somebody that was previously incarcerated that would like to become a reentry navigator, please get their information sent to me, and I will reach out to them to give them the info on when our training is scheduled. And I believe, yes, I think that's everything. All right, guys, I'm going to give you back almost 20 minutes of your day so you can work on case notes or whatever it is that you put off this week. I hope you have a great weekend, and thanks for joining us. Bye.